Coming up with Christmas Eve just 1 hour away, is your house safe for kids that might be visiting?
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. It's a busy time for many of us, and it's an important time to take a step back and remember that some of our loved ones are young and vulnerable to safety hazards. WYMT's Zach Hawk spoke with Sherry Hannon, the coordinator at Safe Kids Fayette County, about preparing our homes for the little ones during Christmas season.
Between decorating, Christmas shopping, making travel plans, and handling all of your usual responsibilities, some things can fall through the cracks this time of year. For instance, is your home ready for children when the family comes to visit?
Think about things that we just keep around that we may not pay a lot of attention to, like medications.
Some elements of childproofing your home are clear.
When we decorate, we may put, hard candies out for people. But, for a young child to put that in their mouth, it could be a choking hazard.
But other things probably may not occur to you, unless you typically have children around.
Give them some easy assignments, like stirring, something that they really can't hurt themselves. If they make a mess, that's just part of it.
And the kids can safely get involved in the kitchen. Just keep the chores age appropriate.
Slow down and think about safety, which is really not on people's priority because we're just, our minds are just about, the holiday and the enjoyment and all.
Avoid the accidents and have a happy holiday with family and friends. In Hazard, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Hannon also recommended keeping an eye as the trash piles up from opening Christmas presents. Many of the older kids' gifts could contain choking hazards for the younger kids. The Tri-City Empty Stocking Fund in Harlan County had another successful year this holiday season. The organization even has gifts and food baskets left over this year. The Empty Stocking Fund has run smoothly for 41 years now. Organizer Jeff Sim credits the community for being so willing to help, but also says he had a smooth transition when taking the program over.
Well, the Empty Stocking Fund started 41 years ago. And Muggins, who started the Empty Stocking Fund with the JCs, he saw that there were out-of-work miners that were going without a good meal at Christmas time, and there were kids without gifts. And it broke his heart, and so he started getting together with the JCs, and they started giving out gifts.
If you know of any organizations that need extra help with gifts this year, you can visit our website at WYMT.com for the Facebook link to the Tri-City Stocking Fund page and for more information. The holiday season is a time for giving, and one Southern Kentucky Police Department is doing just that, but with a twist. The Somerset Police Department kicked off its Operation Christmas program today, where officers and the Grinch delivered gifts and necessities to those in need. Items were delivered to the Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital, the Bethany House Abuse Shelter, and the homes of families needing a little extra help this holiday season.
It's just another indication of what true community is. When true community happens, we take care of each other, and everybody comes together during difficult times like we've experienced certainly over the last couple of years. And it's just wonderful to be a part of this with the police department. And we thank Chief Hunt for his leadership.
Although the Grinch was not able to deliver gifts to the hospital patients personally, Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital CEO Robert Parker says he hopes the Grinch can interact with patients next Christmas. One community in Letcher County celebrated Christmas just a bit early with a community meal, music, and more. WYMT's Jordan Mullins has more from the Kane Kitchen and the community's Christmas celebration.
Christmas came a few days early in Letcher County. On Thursday, folks came by the hundreds to grab a hot meal, enjoy some festive music, and children came for a special visitor.
This year, we were blessed to have Santa and his elves and a lot of treats for the kids to give out at the event as well. So a lot of people has pulled together to make this happen here in the county.
Community Agricultural Nutritional Enterprises, or CANE for short, hosted its Christmas in the Mountains event with the help of many generous donors and volunteers across the county and across the state. Among those volunteers were teachers and students from local elementary, middle, and high schools.
It's a wonderful opportunity to work with these kids and to work with the community in a way that's outside of school. gives us an opportunity to do things and have conversations about things that we typically wouldn't talk about during a day.
The entire community was elated to be out celebrating the season together again.
With COVID always been on our minds and in our hearts, and remembering those that have suffered from COVID and things, we hope to get back to what was once our normal.
And officials were more than happy to give back to their community.
We're all Letcher Countyans and we all come together and help each other out.
A reminder that giving is the reason for the season. In Whitesburg, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Fleming says sponsors from multiple counties made this event possible, and to see the smiles of the children when they received a gift makes everything that much better. Addiction Recovery Care is stressing the importance of treatment through the holidays. Vanessa Keaton, who started her sober journey in December 2010, now works to help others do the same. She says the holidays can be especially hard for addicts, but ARC is ready and waiting for those interested in starting on the road to recovery.
And no matter what stage of life you're in, no matter how much chaos you've created for everyone around you, it's still, there has to be enough bravery in you to say that I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. And it can be your last time that you go and do it. You know, I understand that relapse does happen, but, you know, it doesn't have to.
If you or someone you know is searching for recovery resources, you can find more from ARC on our website.
A quiet day around the mountains, though slightly warmer this afternoon. We're going to continue to see mild weather in the mountains as we finish things off tonight and head into the weekend as well, including Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I-64 at Moorhead, things moving smoothly out there right now, but some of those Christmas travelers hitting the road maybe late tonight. Mid and upper 50s for most of us today. A little bit cooler into the Cumberland Valley, or excuse me, into the Big Sandy, where we were in the low 50s for daytime highs. In fact, they remain there at this hour. They have not moved since high temperatures today. Low 50s, upper 40s around the rest of the region. It's that cloud cover keeping us on the milder side during the overnight hours. Clouds on the increase. Those winds will calm down overnight, but we'll still see temperatures in the low 40s out there for most. We have temperatures quite a bit warmer than that as we head into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and I'll have the details on that coming up in just a few short minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. Traffic was reduced to one lane for a time tonight on Highway 15 in Wolfe County due to a car fire. It happened sometime this evening not far from Campton. Wolfe County Dispatch said no one was hurt in the incident, but 2 arrests have been made. Deputies arrested the driver, 42-year-old Jesse Olinger of Stone Mountain, Georgia, on charges of driving under the influence and driving on a suspended license. The passenger, 36-year-old Christopher Olinger of Hazard, was arrested on 7 outstanding warrants. Icy road conditions caused multiple crashes and vehicle runoffs early this morning in Wisconsin. A number of tractor trailers were in the median along Interstate 94, all stuck for hours. Some 40 vehicles were involved in the crashes, about half of them semi-trucks. There are no reports of serious injuries. One person said the roads were, quote, super icy, and the incidents happened really fast. United Airlines has canceled more than 100 Christmas Eve flights. That's reported by a flight tracking site, FlightAware. In a company memo, United officials said it's had to cancel some flights because of the coronavirus Omicron variant. It said the nationwide spike in Omicron cases this week has had a direct impact on its flight crews and the people who run its operations. A Minneapolis jury has convicted former Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter on both manslaughter counts after she fatally shot Dante Wright last spring during a traffic stop. CBS's Frank Vassalero reports from Minneapolis.
We, the jury on the charge of manslaughter in the first degree, find the defendant guilty.
Former officer Kim Potter listened as the jury found her guilty of first and second degree manslaughter in the shooting death of Dante Wright. Jurors deliberated for nearly 30 hours in the closely watched trial that drew national attention. Wright's mother thanked the community for their support.
Everybody who's been out there that has supported us in this long fight for accountability.
Potter testified that she confused her handgun for her taser when she shot 20-year-old Wright during a traffic stop in Brooklyn Center last April.
You didn't run down the street and try to save Dante Wright's life, did you?
No.
You were focused on what you had done, because you had just killed somebody. Right?
I'm sorry it happened.
Outside the courthouse, a crowd cheered and embraced while the verdicts were read. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison said the trial's outcome doesn't bring justice.
Justice would be restoring Dante to life and making the Wright family whole again. Justice is beyond the reach that we have in this life for Dante. But accountability is an important step.
Judge Regina Chu revoked Potter's bail, ordering her held at Shakopee Women's Prison until sentencing set for mid-February. Frank Vassalero, CBS News, Minneapolis.
Potter faces about 7 years in prison under the state sentencing guidelines, but prosecutors said they would seek a longer term. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, Kentucky teachers are worried about staffing shortages, and they say a new retirement system could make that problem worse.
And things are getting mild and staying that way as Santa prepares to make his rounds. I'll have the very latest on how warm things get for Christmas on the way.